Hey guys, it's Jen and I create crafts. Today I'm going to show you how to make one of these aprons using HTV vinyl and a heat press, and then also show you how to put vinyl on these. Okay, so I'm in Design Space. I'm going to show you how to create this, but here is where I got my inspiration from. This website doesn't have anywhere where you can purchase the file or the piece itself, so I'm going to create one. That part. Okay, so I'm in Design Space, and it's just really quick. I'm going to go to the left to where it says text, and I'm going to write the text I want to put on. And I'm just doing it all at once, and I'll move it up so you can, so I can see it and I can spell it correctly. Forgot the U. So I put it all as one, because I'm going to use the same font for all of it. So I'm going to go up to alignment, and I'm going to center it. So make everything perfectly aligned in here. So I'll make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see it a little better. And then the next thing I want to do is change the font. And I went to DaFont, D-A-F-O-N-T. I'll link it below. And I downloaded a font to use similar to this one that looks kind of neat. So I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna click on my image or words, go to font. And since I already have it saved, I'm going to go to system here and type in what it is. And this one just happens to be pink blue. And it'll pull it up. See here, pink blue. I downloaded it from DaFont, and it will change it all into it, as you can see. So it's pretty close to what it was, but I really like how it looks. So going with the next part is finding the grill SVG. So I'm just gonna do a new tab and type in grill SVG. Sometimes they're free, sometimes you have to buy them from Etsy, but I try to find the free one. So I'm gonna go to images and kind of browse through. You can see some of them say Etsy on it. If I can't find the one that I want for free, I will go to Etsy and I will buy it from them, but I just try to find things myself or try to create them myself. But like I said, some of them are free, so I'm going to do this one. So I'm going to right click on that one, open it in the new tab, which this one's perfect because it already has the background on it for me. So I'm just going to right click, go to save image as, and then put it where I want to have it. And I always put everything on my desktop just so I can find it easier. So I'm going to save it onto my desktop, go back to Design Space, go to Upload, Upload Images. I'm going to browse, and then there it is right on my desktop. So I'm going to open it up. I'm going to go Complex, and then it already has everything for you, but you want to make sure that everywhere in here has those little blue and white dots. So it looks good, so I'm just going to go continue. And then there you go. So instead of doing the save and print, I'm going to save and cut. So I'm going to click on this one, click on save, and it's going to put it up for me. So I'm going to click on the one that I just did, and it'll bring it up on my screen here. So there we go. And you can unlock it down here and make it whatever size that you want. I have not checked out my apron yet. I purchased an apron on Amazon. I will leave the link below for it. And I also purchased, let's see what it is, a 3-piece barbecue tool set. So I will leave those both in the link description below if you'd like to purchase those. But the next thing I'm going to do is check out my apron and see what size I want this. And then basically it's really simple. Once you find out what size you want, it's already all one piece, so I don't have to attach anything. It'll cut out just the way it looks. And I wonder, since this is a saved file, I would actually like to bring this down a little bit, but I can't ungroup it. So just gonna have to leave it the way it is, which will be fine. After you figure out what size you want, you go to make it. And with anything with using HTV, the heat transfer vinyl, always make sure you mirror your image, which will just flip it for you, because when it cuts out, you want it to cut backwards, so when you put it onto your clothing, it'll look at you the correct way. So again, you just want to go to continue. I'm going to go back and change my size on this, but I'm just kind of showing you how to continue with it. So it's going to take mine a second. Mine might look different than yours. I just upgraded to a Cricut Maker, so mine might look a little bit different than yours. I have some favorites saved up here at the top, but normally I just do this iron on, and I make sure that I have the correct cutting tool in my machine. So again, always make sure you mirror your image so it's backwards, and then always take a heat transfer or heat iron on if you're going to be ironing something on. So I'm going to go back and resize my stuff to my proper size, and then I'll cut it out, I'll weed it, and then I'll show you the next step. So here I'm finished with it. I weeded it. I really like how it turned out. I like the way the font looks. So I weeded it. Next thing I'm going to do is just kind of place it on my apron that I have. I made a couple crease marks going down the side and down the middle here, so I can kind of tell where the center is on it. But you want to have at least 3 inches here, so you don't want it up too high on the chest area. So I'm going to center it a little bit and put it the way I like it. Then I also have this other piece too that turned out really cute, the little grill. But I think I'm going to put this guy on first, and then I will put the grill on because it's a little big to fit here. So I'm going to go to my heat press and I'm going to press this on, and then I will put the grill part on, and I will show you how that goes. Alright, so here is my new heat press I just bought. It actually just came in the mail yesterday. I have it set at 270 for 10 seconds. Because I'm using polyester, you have to use a little bit less heat. So I'm going to take my design, my apron, and kind of put it on the middle here, taking that away, and make sure it's on all the way. There. And then you always want to make sure that you use your garment paper that came with it and put it on. But you want to make sure it's centered where you want it, and then it's on all the way. And then easily, much better than an iron, push down, and the timer will go off. I don't know if you can see it up in the corner, and set at 270 for 10 seconds. So once it beeps, I will take it off. It's so much easier than an iron. And that's it. Take your piece off. Take this off. Some of them you have to wait to peel, cool peel. This one is not a cool peel, so I will pull it off right away. And then just center it wherever you think it should go. So maybe kind of under the S a little bit. And then again, anytime you use it, make sure you put your paper back on. And then again, it's already set at the temperature. Push it down for the 10 seconds. Lift it up, take your sheet off, and then pull your design off, or your paper. No, you don't want to pull your design off. You can pull your paper off. There you go. That was easy, much easier than an iron. It went on, it's going to stay on, it's not going to go anywhere. So I will show you my next project I'm going to be working on that's going to go with this. So give me a second to set up and I will be right back. Okay, so here this is. It turned out really well. I really like how it looks. I like the color on it. Just folded it up a little bit so you could see it a little bit better. The next thing I'm going to do is use this 3-piece barbecue tool set that I bought from Amazon. It was, I think it was like, I don't know, $12 or something. It wasn't very much, but I'm going to just use it to personalize it a little bit. Get the wider width one, and then put like number 1 grandpa on it, and maybe something on the back. But each one of these has a little bit of room for me to work with, which is kind of neat. So I am going to go back on Design Space, and I will show you how I do that. But I'm going to personalize these next, so it's going to go with this. So I think it's going to turn out pretty cool. On to project number 2 now. I'm back in Design Space, and I'm going to be making letters to put onto my barbecued utensil set. So I'm going to go to text, and I'm going to type in number 1 grandpa. This is for my father-in-law. He is a great grandpa and an awesome father-in-law, so a big shout out to him. So anyways, back to this. I have it highlighted already, so I'm just going to go up to font, and you can browse whichever font you like. I actually like Arab. I use this one a lot. I just like the way it looks, and so this is the one I'm going to choose. I went in before and I measured my utensil set, and mine's kind of smaller. It comes out to 0.5 by 5. So as I have it highlighted already, I'm going to go up to here to unlock it. And for the width, I'm going to do 5. And for the height, I'm going to do 0.5. So we'll see how that looks. Yeah, it's kind of small, so maybe you can always play around with it too and make it look a little bit better. Maybe I'll make it a little bit smaller here, but as long as I don't go over the dimensions that I had put in. So I like this one. So I have 2 of the big ones, so I'm going to just go up to the right where it says duplicate. I'm going to make the same exact thing. And then I'm actually going to duplicate it one more time, but this one is going to be a lot smaller. The last one is quite small. I did not measure this one yet, so let's do this quick. This one comes out to about 2 by the 0.5. So I'm going to change this one. It's already highlighted, so I'm just going to go up here and unlock it. So I'm going to try 0.2 by 5. Whoops, I did that one backwards. This one's 5 by 0.2. There we go. Oh wow, that's really tiny. So again, just play around with it and see kind of what looks good. But that's generally how you do it. Here's the 3 of them. I don't have to attach anything because I just typed it all in at once. So I'm just going to go up to make it. And with this one, since it's not going to be heat pressed, I'm not going to have to mirror the image. I'm just going to do it the way it looks. So I'm going to just go continue. My machine is already connected, so I'm going to go wait for that to pop up. And then just go and cut it, and I will weed it out, and then I'll show you very easily how you put it on. Okay, so I have it all weeded out here already. You can see it here. Next I'm going to take my transfer tape and place it on. And one thing I noticed I cannot find is my scraper. My kids help me with my projects, and sometimes we don't put everything away. So just want to make sure you scrape everything on. Normally with the scraper, but I cannot find mine. So just anything to scrape it on hard. And then, oops, I got a piece on my finger from weeding. And then carefully just pull off. Actually, I probably should have cut it out before I took the paper off, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut this quick. I'll put this one here. Actually, I think that one goes to this one. Oh, it's too long. Alright, well, I made a mistake already. So, the next thing you're going to want to do, we'll switch these and see. No, it's still too long. I made a mistake. I still made this one too long, so I'll have to go back and redo it, but that's how you learn, right? So, the next thing I'm going to do is just take it, put it as center as I can get it, and then again, you would use your scraper, but I cannot find mine, so I will just use the back of my scissors, which works really well too, and scrape it on. Just push with your fingers really hard, and then again carefully just pull it up. So there you go. And I would let it sit for a little while. I don't recommend putting anything on here, as it is Oracle 651, so it should stick for, you know, it's guaranteed for a few years, so I wouldn't recommend putting anything on here. But but there's that one. And then I will do the same with the next one. And then I'm gonna have to go back and reprint this one. It's just way too large. I'm not sure what I did there, but I'm really proud of this project. So we have the apron, and then we also we'll have the 3 of these. So that's a nice gift to give, you know, your father, your father-in-law, grandpa, an uncle, you know, anybody for Father's Day, or even you can make it for any other day, you know, just for a nice present for anybody. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you out a little bit. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Please thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching.